Yo, welcome back to a new CP Sports video here. But let's do a quick one here, because then we're going to get to predictions for the knockout, as this is a round 3 roundup. I was going to say lads, but we got to respect everyone here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do our round 3 roundup right now, and we'll see how quick we go. If you do enjoy this, make sure to like and subscribe. We're on 304 still. Let's try to get that up a bit, you know what I mean? Let's get that up and we'll get more subscribers and get more World Cup content in. Let's start with Group A, where we got South Africa or BT Korea. South Korea 1-0 for a Maseko goal, which means South Africa went through in second place and South Korea got knocked out of the World Cup. Sorry about that. That was the most shocking result I've seen. 2 red cards at the start against Mexico. 1 draw against Czechia was enough, at least, to do something about Korea. But Korea didn't start Son. A bit of controversy. I have no clue. I'm not gonna get a haircut today. I have no clue when I'm gonna get it. But man, damn, I'm chopped. Okay, I've got to stop saying stuff. South Korea, they subbed off Son Heung-min. They subbed on Son Heung-min. I can't speak today, guys. They did not start Son Heung-min in this game, which kind of cost them, because South Korea ended up losing 1-0 to South Africa, which meant South Africa got through with Mexico when Mexico bet Czechia 3-0 by Quinones, Chavez Garcia, and a Dago goal to send Mexico 9 points versing I forgot, I think it's Ecuador they got next. And yep, they got Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and Czechia both out of the World Cup. Group B, we go on to Bosnia 3-1 against Qatar, where we saw Alija Begovic, new Leverkusen winger. We sold him to Salzburg, and then Salzburg, I think. Yeah, Salzburg, and then he's come back to us. We got an own goal from Qatar. Mamic and Al Haidar scored for Qatar, which let Bosnia through by third place teams in the next round. And they showed Korea how it was done, and eventually Bosnia, first World Cup, I think first World Cup, and eventually went through to the next round. So fair play to Bosnia Herzegovina. The other side of this group though was Canada and Switzerland, where that played out as a 2-1 victory to Switzerland, with a Vargas who's on fire. Mazambi, another guy who's on fire. Mazambi, Vargas been doing so much work for Switzerland, so fair play to you guys. And not Jonathan David, his brother, Promise David, scored the 1 goal for Canada, but if it wasn't enough, Canada had missed a sitter, I think, in the first half, and eventually got Switzerland topping the group and letting Canada go second in the group. And that concluded Group B. And now Canada will be versing South Africa tomorrow. So we're going to do this quick, you know what I mean? We've got a prediction straight away. But yeah, interesting group that, but ended up being Switzerland topping it. Group C, we got a Morocco 4-2 against Haiti, which was a Hakimi goal and an assist. A Bono owned goal led to Haiti going 1-0 up early on. A Wilson Isidore banger. That was amazing, this goal. Hey, look at this. This was the goal right here. Bro, smashed that in top bin. That was an amazing goal from Wilson Isidore. But even though he scored Haiti's, I'd say Haiti's first goal, because Canada's an own goal. First goal of the tournament. Morocco eventually realised, you know what, we're Morocco, we got to be beating these guys, which led to Saibari, Rahimi, and Yassine scoring 3 goals to let Morocco 4-2 winners and coming second in the group. But you know who did top the group? Brazil, because they won 3-0 versus Scotland. We have Vinicius Jr. 2 goals. 2 goals, by the way, could have been a hat trick, because 2 mistakes early in the game led Vinny 1 goal, and then the second one was ruled out for a foul he did. but I don't really think so. I think it should have been a hat-trick for him, but he scored another one before the half, and Cunha scoring with Vini's 2 goals to get Brazil topping the group as a 3-0 winners, and Brazil first, Morocco second. Scotland out of this World Cup as well. That's another third place team out of the World Cup, and Haiti bottom. Fair play to Haiti though, scoring 2 good goals. Wilson Isidore was a bang, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, fair play to Haiti. Hard group, they still did their best. Group D now, we go to Australia. We are through to the next round. Come on. It was the most boringest game of my life, I'm gonna be honest. It was a bad game, but we eventually got the job done against Paraguay 0-0, which was good enough to get us into round 32 for the... We've only been in the knockout. This is the 3rd time, I think it's our 3rd time in history in the World Cup. Australia's been in the knockouts, and these boys, I think we got potential against our opponents, which we'll talk about later. But with this attack, if Popovic gets the positions right, every player that wants to be in, we will go well against them, hopefully, and go through to the round 16 against most likely Argentina. So Australia, Argentina, a big game for me as I'm both nations. I might be supporting Australia, might be supporting Argentina. Whatever happens, I'll be happy. We go on to Turkey. When it doesn't matter at all, you're already grouped. They lock in against the USA's B team, which they won 3-2 against, with Trusty scoring, Goulet scoring, Yilmaz scoring, Berhalter scoring from Vancouver Whitecaps DM. Played a good game against Turkey, and Ayan scoring. And amazing how it was so funny, man. You're knee sliding that guy who scored the last minute goal. Knee sliding as you're already grouped is crazy work. And Arda Güler, like picking the ball up when you're it was 1-0, is crazy from Turkey. That was very funny from them, because they were already grouped. And you know what? They wanted to celebrate. They're stupid. The Turks, no, I'm not sure about them, you know what I mean? Because these guys are right here, I don't want to get in history, where these guys are right here, yeah, very smart, you know what I mean? The Greeks. Hopefully we get in next year World Cup if they expand it. Group E now, we got a Curacao losing 2-0 to Ivory Coast by 2 Pepe goals, a Yan Diomande assist, and was good enough for Ivory Coast to... They didn't top it, did they? I think they came second, but Germany topped the group on goal difference. But speaking of Germany, they lost to a third place team, which eventually got through to knockouts. Ecuador, who we talked about them versus Mexico. They beat Germany 2-1. 1-0 down early on by a Wirtz assist Sané goal. But Angulo and Plata turned into Messi and Suarez in this game for Ecuador, as they came in clutch for Ecuador, and they eventually got through to the knockouts. For Ecuador, fair play to you guys. Don't know how you drew 0-0 to Curacao and lost 1-0 to Ivory Coast, but beat Germany. That's the CONMEBOL spirit, I'm not going to lie to you, South America. You're very cool, and I like what Ecuador have done to go through, so fair play to them. We go on to big group F now, where Tunisia lost 3-1 to the Dutch. Nothing really to talk about. Netherlands have topped the group by a Brobbey goal, an own goal by a Tunisian defender, Van Harker scoring, and Mastouri scoring. Nothing much to explain there. Netherlands topped the group. Rested a lot of their stars, but yeah, Van Dijk still started. He got an assist, so that's pretty cool for the Dutch topping their group. But you know who came second? Japan. And Japan will be versing Brazil in the knockouts, as they drew 1-0 to Sweden from an Anthony Elanga goal for Sweden and Daichi Maeda goal for Japan. Both good goals, they're pretty cool, you know what I mean? Good finishes by Japan and Sweden, but eventually drawing 1-0. Sweden, another third place team that went through to the knockouts, they will be versing... we'll talk about them later, because there's another nation, a big nation that will be versing next round, Sweden. Now we go on to Group G, which this game decided who Australia were going to verse. And you know who it was? Belgium won 5-1 against New Zealand by a just goal for New Zealand. We don't really care. Trossard scoring 2, De Bruyne scoring 1, Salamakers I think scoring, and Lukaku scoring 1 minute as soon as it comes on again. Very quick goals for Lukaku, but fair play to you. Belgium topped this group on goal difference, and they're on the same points as them, who came second. Australia will be losing Egypt. Mo Salah might have got injured in this game as well. 57th minute he came off, but Iran got robbed. And this is all scripted, this World Cup. Honestly, Iran should go through. It was not offside, I think, because there was another player, like the Iranian second goal, which got disallowed at the end of the game. There was another player on, but they didn't count him somehow. So it did it to the second last defender, and they counted him offside, which is a disgrace for Iran. And we'll talk about another controversy there. And poor Iran, I think they're knocked out now of the World Cup. But Egypt drawing 1-1 to them by Saber scoring for them and Rezazine scoring, and Taremi missed a penalty too for Iran. Poor. I feel bad for them, man. What's going on with the US if their visas? It's getting scripted, this World Cup. It's too far now. But Iran won't be going through to the knockouts, and we'll tell you another reason why. But Group H now we see... Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Oh no, I told you, Iran didn't go through in third place. Group H, we got a Uruguay. CONMEBOL losers as Uruguay. We'll get this picture up here now. Yeah, Uruguay could not beat Spain, and they lost 1-0 to an Alex Villena goal. It was 1-0 to Spain, and Cape Verde drew 0-0 to Saudi Arabia, which means Spain topped the group. Cape Verde came second versus Argentina, which they'll get cooked, by the way. Sorry to Cape Verde. Hopefully Messi will dunk 3 goals on you against Lazinia. But yeah, Cape Verde going second. Uruguay third, not good enough for third place teams. Saudi Arabia at the bottom of the group. Uruguay sold the bag. Another dark horse gone in this World Cup. And Turkey, Uruguay, send your whole team back home. You don't deserve to be get back to your normal settings where you go in South America and Europe. Uruguay, not good enough, man. The football gods gave you Cape Verde and Saudi, and you couldn't go through. When you can't go through against these two, it's embarrassing for your country. Luis Suarez's handball against Ghana cursed Uruguay for the rest of their for the life now. Oh, sorry, I had another one. Uruguay have got knocked out of the World Cup. Embarrassing. And now Cape Verde, it's time to shine in the knockouts, but I don't think you will, because Argentina will cook you. Group I now, where we go to Sweden's opponents, France. They've got France winning. They're going to get cooked by Olise, Mbappe, and then Ousmane Dembele. All going at your defenders. You guys are genuinely cool. I'm not going to lie, I don't know what you guys are going to do with Elanga, Gyökeres and Isak, but you guys can try your best at least. But Ousmane Dembele, that dictator, didn't want to do anything because Haaland was ruined this game, the Norwegian coach, because they played the B team against France. France played the A team for some reason, and Haaland was on the bench smiling in his interview, trying to do mind games, saying France will win the World Cup, we don't really mind. But if Haaland was in this game, it'd be much better. But eventually Norway losing 4-1 by a Dembele hat-trick. All curlers, left cutting in, goal, left cutting in, goal. He was amazing, Dembele, in this game. And also Desiree Doué scoring at the end by Bradley Barcola assist. The PSG link up there as an Asgard goal right after Dembele's second goal, I think, wasn't enough for Norway. And Stuart Larson also missed a penalty. Haaland's replacement for this game was Buns. I'm not going to lie to you, he couldn't score. He skied one in the first half to the moon, and he missed a penalty in the second half. Not his day, not Norway's day, it was France's day, as they ended up topping the group, winning 4-1 in this game, and France will be versing Sweden. And the other team was Senegal, where they only scored bangers in that game. 3 goals in a row. The third, fourth and fifth goal were amazing finishes. And the goal scorers for this one is Diarra, Ismail Assar, Papa Gay scoring 2 goals, and I think they were both like amazing finishes. and Njai scoring the last one for Senegal, and ended Iraq's World Cup campaign. To be fair, Iraq had a very, very hard group. Couldn't deal with it, but they also had a red card early on in this game by Subaka, and Graham Arnold, the Australian coach, now representing Iraq's managerial, but he got knocked out, and Senegal will be going through to the knockouts. Group J is where we saw Argentina win 3-1 against Jordan by Lo Celso free kick, Lautaro Martinez, Tamari getting one back for Jordan, but Messi coming on and scoring a free kick. He makes it 6 for himself in this tournament in the Golden Boot race, and now he leads 2 points. The fact that he's doing this all at 38, by the way, Messi, he's the GOAT. The debate's over. Ronaldo stunk the place up with his crap. I think the monitors have to go overtime for this one. But yeah, Messi will go Golden Boot. Trust me. In the knockout, he'll cook against Cape Verde. They've got an easy path to the final, Argentina, as they've only got Portugal, I think, and England, who are the only ones that could challenge them later in the tournament. The rest, they will all beat. Argentina will go to this final, and ignore my predictions, as I predicted them semi-finals. They got knocked out. So ignore that. Argentina, I did not believe in you. I'm so sorry. Messi, I hope you get another hat-trick against Cape Verde. But Messi's scoring a free kick in this game as soon as he comes onto the pitch. Goalkeeper, I don't know what he was doing, just watching the ball. But let Messi score his 6th goal. He's competing with the likes of Vini, Mbappe, Haaland, Dembele now on all 4 goals. And Kane's on 3. Amazing what Messi's doing for Argentina. Fair play to the Argentinians as well. First half beating. Played very well. 2-0 at half-time. And eventually Argentina have won all their games in this group and heading to the knockouts against Cape Verde. Sounds like a good day in the office for Argentinians, and I'm very happy as well. Argentina as well have got 2 scripted, as Iran got robbed, as Algeria, Austria drew 3-3, and one of all that Iran needed was to one of these 2 teams to win, and Riyad Mahrez scored the winner, which we all thought 94th minute, last minute of the game. Algeria had won the game. It was 3-2, but this ref, he was just thinking, you know what? Donald Trump would probably shoot me for this. Let's just get Austria another goal. So they let 3 minutes added on more for this game. Austria, Algeria. They let Kalajdzic out of nowhere scored the 3rd goal in the 97th minute to make it 3-3 to get both teams through to the knockout. Then poor Iran crying in the corner. This is scripted, this World Cup. They knew Iran had to go out. Whatever happened, 2 robberies, 1 goal that should have got against Egypt, and this game right here, 1 win, all they needed, and they let both of these teams draw. The other goals, by the way, Mahrez had 2 goals, Begali scored, Sabitzer and Altovic as well. Absolute robbery. And then we go on to the final groups, and I'm actually upset now for Iran. Hopefully they win the Asian Cup over Australia and Japan. Nah, I'm joking. We'll beat Iran in the Asian Cup next year. We got a Group K where we saw Colombia dominating CR7's Portugal to a 0-0 draw. And you know why I say dominating? As soon as I kept switching this game on, Colombia were just thirsty. They were hungry for goals, and they kept attacking down that 1 win. This game was like 5-4 PSG by, but it was just no goals in this one. Kept 1, then 2, then back to Portugal, back to Colombia, back to Portugal, back to Colombia. But this game ended up 0-0, and Colombia should have finished this game off, but they had the goal, but it got disallowed for offside. And Colombia they top the group here on 7 points. Portugal came second here on 5th. DR Congo though, then they beat Uzbekistan 3-1 whilst being 1-0 down. via Shamuradov's goal, and Johan Wissa scoring the first goal via a penalty. And he had to get these DR Congo. Get out, come on. We're going to beat these guys. If we do this, we come first in the third place. Wissa scored another one, and Mayul sealed it. I know, Wissa he sealed it, and then Mayul scored the second goal. Eventually, 3-1 DR Congo, coming first in the third place rankings with 4 points and a +1 goal difference. For being third, that's very good. So fair play to DR Congo, and they will be versing England in the next round. And that will conclude Group K now, as Portugal will be visiting the team where we're going to be talking about now, Croatia, where they they won 2-1 against Ghana by Sušić Vlašić goal. And who scored for Ghana? A Lacarison goal. He plays his football in... Oh, I forgot, you know. He's not on... I think... Sorry, I tried to do something there, but yeah, he scored one back for Ghana, but Croatia ended up coming second in the group, and Portugal came second in the group, which means they'll be versing each other in the knockouts. And the other group, other game, England versing DR Congo, like we said last time, they beat Panama 2-0, which I know you guys watching would have beaten them 2-0 as well, let's be fair. England beating them 2-0 by Kane and Bellingham goal. Bellingham's been on fire in this tournament, scoring 2 goals, 1 assist in these group stage games. And England top of this group, versing DR Congo. Croatia coming second, versing Portugal. DR Congo. Wait, no. England coming first, versing DR Congo. Portugal coming second, and Croatia coming second. And now Colombia. They got Ghana. I think they got Ghana as well next round, topping this group, and Ghana coming third. So this knockout is gonna be insane, and you guys gotta watch out for the next video. That was my round 3 roundup. It was a very quick one. Somehow it's 22 minutes. I don't know. If you like these round up videos, make sure to like and subscribe. It's been a great group stage for the World Cup. I'll give you a lot of controversy, a lot of history makers, a lot of goals from the big man, the big named players on the world stage, a lot of youngsters shining at this World Cup. It's giving it all in the group stages, and it's given us a lot of shocks, like Cape Verde going through and Uruguay getting knocked out. Oh my god, we've got to see the knockouts, and we'll see you for predictions video. Make sure to like, subscribe, guys. Peace.